Okay, step to the top of your mat. Just notice the connections underneath your feet. Try to bring your weight back into your heel, inner and outer heel, big and baby toe mound. Lift and spread your toes, and then with some space between them, place your toes back to your mat. When your big toe comes back to your mat, lift your arms on your breath in right by your ears. And on your exhalation, fold forward, softening your knees as much as you need to as you do. Inhale to lift up halfway, extending forward through the top of your head, back through your seat. Place your hands, step your right foot back. When you breathe in, sweep your arms forward and up. We'll take 3 breaths in a high lunge. And pull your left foot back, your right thigh bone forward. Take this final breath in to lift your chest a little higher and move your shoulders back. And when you breathe out, place your hands down to the ground, lift your hips, 3-legged dog on your in-breath. Exhale to push down through your heel and breathe in to come forward to plank pose. Lower your toes. Exhale, lower yourself half or all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest. Pull your hands back on your mat so your chest opens. Exhale, push through the tops of your feet, tone through your low belly, down dog. And here in downward facing dog, if you'd like to pedal your heels, just pedal them up and down to bring some tension or length into the back of your legs. Now inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, place your foot forward by your left wrist. Keep your right hand grounded. Breathe in, lift your left arm up. Turn your palm forward and bring your bicep by your ear. Draw your left side body back, your right side body under you, and look up and underneath your left bicep. Now turn your left palm up towards the ceiling. Start to lift your arm up. As it's coming up, bend your right knee, place it softly to the ground, and then reach back to grab hold of your foot. Continue to pull back with your left foot. Lift up through your chest. Draw your left shoulder back. And release your foot. Lower your hands. You can walk your left foot back so your toes point forward. Your hands can come either ahead on the ground, or you can use blocks here to step forward, right into your half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, bring your hands through the midline of your body. Finish your exhalation. Take 1 breath cycle in mountain pose. And the next time you breathe in, lift your arms. As you breathe out, fold forward. Half lift, breathe in. Place your hands, step your left foot back, set your foundation for your lunge. Breathe in to come up, high lunge. As you did before, just ensure your pelvis is stable. Right foot pulls back, left toes or left thigh bone draw forward. 1 breath in here to lift your chest a little higher, move your shoulders back, and when you breathe out, place your hands. Inhale to 3-legged dog. Exhale to press down through your left heel. Breathe in, come forward to plank pose and lower your toes. Inhale here. Exhale to lower, half or all the way down. Inhale to your back bend. And exhale, down dog. And pedal your heels. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Step your foot forward to your wrist. Keep your left hand grounded. Breathe in, lift your right arm up. Turn your palm forward, bring your bicep by your ear. And reach away from your right hip. So you're pulling your right foot back, reach away with your fingertips and draw back through your right side body. Turn your palm up, and as you start to reach your arm up towards the ceiling, place your left knee to the ground, then bend your knee, reach back to grab hold of your foot. Sink your hips forward, lift your chest away from your left knee and roll your right shoulder back. And release your foot, lower your right hand, and heel toe your right foot so your toes point forward. Take your hands again to the ground of the blocks ahead of your foot. Step forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, mountain pose. Shift your weight over into your left leg. Turn your right toes out. And place your heel just above your ankle. Toes can remain on the ground, or for tree pose, your foot can come off the ground to your inner shin or inner thigh. Push your standing leg into your lifted foot, and your lifted foot gives that pressure back. Lift up through your chest and arms. And try to be active with this pose, using your outer right hip muscle to try to draw your right knee a little wider than it is, without your left hip coming forward. Bring your hands down to your heart. A little bend in your left knee so you can disconnect your right foot. Step it all the way back down the middle of your mat and then spin your right heel flat to the ground. Align for warrior two. Now, similar to what your right knee or right outer hip was doing in tree pose, try that same thing with your left knee. Try to move it a little wider. And stay firm with the pressure of your right foot so your right hip stays anchored here. Straighten out your left leg, lift your toes. Turn your toes towards the long right side of your mat, adjust your feet for a wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in, lift your chest. And breathe out, fold forward. You can keep length in your spine or start to walk your hands back towards the midline of your feet. Walk your hands forward towards, again, just away from the midline of your feet. So you can put pressure into your fingers and then lift your heels, turn them inwards, come to goddess pose, walk your hands back towards the midline of your feet and lift, goddess pose. Be very firm with the pressure through the outer edges of your feet, so outer heel, baby toe mount. So you feel tension through your inner thighs. Now lengthen down through your tailbone, lift up the center of your chest by bringing your inner shoulder blades a little closer towards each other so your upper back is active here. Relax your face. Now place your right hand on your hip and extend your left arm forward. Straighten out both legs and keep your right toe mounds grounded, but spin on them so your heel points towards the back left corner of your mat. Turn your left toes forward. Now pull back through your left hip, draw in through your low belly, reach forward. Triangle pose. Lower your right hand. Draw or open your chest towards the side. Reach your right arm up. Continue to pull your feet towards each other. Your pelvis is once again stable. You can extend through the crown of your head and soften your shoulders away from your ears to your lower jaw. Now look to the ground. Bend your left knee, bring your hands down, and lift your right heel. Place your right knee to the ground. Here you may want to find some blocks. Walk your hands back towards your right knee, lengthen out your left leg, lift your toes. Breathe in, find a little more distance away from your left thigh. And in that, pull your left hip back, move your chest forward and fold closer to it. Walk your hands forward, bend your left knee. If you do have blocks underneath your hands, just take them to the side. Place your right hand to the inside of your right shoulder, or even around the midline of your mat. Take your left these fingers around your big toe. This is an option. We're going to side plank for toe lock here. You're welcome just to take regular, let's call it regular side plank. Spin to the outer edge of your right foot so your hips start to open towards the left. Lift your foot, extend it up towards the ceiling. Release your foot, plank pose. So set up for chaturanga. Breathe in here. Exhale. Inhale. Back bend. We've only done vinyasa like a million times. Anyway, exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward to the front of your mat, bend your knees, and either take some steps or a soft landing hop to bring you forward. Half lift when you arrive. Exhale and fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Move your weight over into your right leg, turn your left toes out. Heel above your ankle. Again, inner shin or inner thigh. Again, active with the pose. Push your standing leg into your lifted foot pushes back. Then try to draw your left knee back so you're getting more open through your inner thigh. Lift your arms. Your hands back down. Little bend in your right knee. Step your left foot back in the middle of your mat. When your toes land, spin your heel flat. Align your feet for warrior two. Right heel to your left arch. Good starting point, but you're welcome to nuance that. Lift your arms and turn towards your right hand. As mentioned on the last side, your hip here on the right side is doing something very similar that your left hip was doing in tree pose. Try to engage the muscles through your outer hip so your right knee becomes a little wider. Straighten out your right leg. Lift your toes, turn them towards the long left edge of your mat. Again, a little adjustment of your feet if needed. Breathe in here, lift your chest, be firm with your legs, and tone through your low belly. Fold forward. When your hands come down for support, walk your hands back towards the midline of your feet to deepen the fold. Always again, bend your knees if that's needed here. Walk your hands just a little further ahead of your shoulders. Lift your heels, turn them in. Bring your weight back into your heels, up to goddess pose. Again, very firm through the outer edges of your feet. And you lengthen down through the tip of your tailbone. You'll bring a little more length to your lower back. Sometimes the tension through your thighs can pull us to a deeper lumbar curve. Try to just lengthen or give yourself some length in the inner curve of your lower back. Place your left hand on your hip. Straighten out your legs. Keep your toe mound on your left foot grounded, but spin your left heel back. Turn your right toes forward. And you might feel they're quite extended here for triangle pose, so you can heel toe your feet a little closer to the left. Now pull your right hip back, draw it in through your low belly, reach forward, and then finally open your chest towards the left side, reach your left arm up. You may find that your feet push away from one another when you first get into this pose. Try to draw them noticeably towards each other. You feel a little more work coming from your inner thighs to stabilize your pelvis. Final breath in, expand as much as you can into triangle pose, but when you breathe out, lower your left hand. Bend your right knee, lift your back heel and place your left knee on the ground. Walk your hands back towards your left knee, lengthen out your right leg, lift your toes. Breathe in, press into the ground, bring your blocks, pull your outer right hip back, move your chest forward, and hold closer to your right thigh if your breath is encouraging you to. Walk your hands forward. If you had blocks underneath your hands, just place them to the side. Place your left hand down the midline of your mat. If you took the toe lock, take your big toe, right big toe in your fingers. Lift your back knee off the ground. Turn to the outer edge of your foot and push through the inner arch of your left foot, and then lift your right foot off the ground and extend it up towards the ceiling. Now release. Lower your hand. Come to plank pose. You ready? Yeah. Exhale, lower. Inhale to your back. Hey, we got it. Nailed it. Exhale, down dog. And look forward to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Again, little steps, soft bending. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Mountain pose. Move your weight over into your left leg. Lift your right knee. Place your hand, two options here. You place your hand to your thigh, your knee wide, or you can take your hand to your inner thigh, grab your big toe, and extend your foot out towards the side. Now, if your left hand is at your hip or your heart, extend it out as well. Bring your hand down, bring your foot down, shake out if you need to. One take, yeah. Okay, move your weight over into your right foot, turn your left toes out. Now take the same variation that you did on the last side, so if you did take your hand to your thigh, hands come to the thigh, or reach down to grab hold of your left big toe. If you have to tilt your torso a little forward, that's fine, but then try to reset your torso, shoulders over top of your hips. Extend your left leg and right arm. And I wake up with the sheets soaking wet, freight train running through the middle of my head. Only you can cool my desire. Bring your left foot in and in. Keep your feet a little wider. Turn your heels in. Slowly move to Malasana, squat pose. Hands or elbows can stay on your thighs. So you can move deeper into the squat and place your elbows to your inner knees. Push your knees a little wide, pull your hands in. And again, use your upper back to help open your chest. So pull your upper arms back. Hand in front, hand in back, so you can place your bum gently to the ground. And then recline all the way onto your back. Walk your feet a little closer to your bum, then shift your bum over to the right side of your mat. Cross your right thigh over top of your left thigh like you would for a Garudasana or eagle pose. And lift your left foot off the ground and take your knees over to that side. Push the back of your head just a little bit into your mat so you can move your left shoulder closer to the left side. Your right shoulder may come down a little closer to your mat. Your gaze is over towards your right hand, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. You can unwrap your legs from here as well. And with both feet on the ground, just shift your bum back to the middle of your mat. And just for a moment, take your knees in. Bring your nose up towards your knees. And then lower your feet. Slide your bum a few inches over towards the left, then cross your left thigh over your right. Lift your feet off the ground, and then over towards the right edge of your mat. And here again, just sliding your right shoulder a little closer to the right edge, so your left shoulder comes closer to your mat. You're looking over towards the left, turn your gaze to the ceiling, unwrap your legs, come back to the middle of your mat. Any final preparations before Shavasana? When you are ready for Shavasana, extend your legs, your heels towards the top two corners of your mat, a little more, a little less, up to you. And your arms, again, you can play with their position, being closer towards you or to your sides or a little further away. Take your exhalation right to the bottom. Pull your belly gently back towards your spine. Squeeze air out and then breathe into your belly and chest. Hold and then open your mouth. Let it go. Shavasana. Walk your feet a little closer to your bum, shift your bum to the left, and extend your right arm overhead, then roll onto your right side. And with your right arm overhead, your head can just rest comfortably in your inner right bicep. And then from your side, push up to your seat. Place your palms together. Thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to focus on your needs, what you need. Namaste.